Bilateral partnerships take time to develop, and the benefits of the shared tie are long-lasting. The key to an enduring strategic partnership lies in the shared beliefs and the non-subjugation of the interests of the other counterparts. One such relation is that of India and Russia, which is cherished by both the nations as a spacious strategic partnership. Contrastingly, the expansionist Chinese, like an envious mistress, is determined to undermine the flourishing Indian ties with the United States and the vulnerable Indo-Russian partnership. Hi and welcome to TFIPost. I am your host Palak. If you are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. If you are watching us on Facebook, do like, share and follow the page. Let's begin. The recent statement of the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi points out the Chinese readiness to work with India for strengthening the steady and sound growth of bilateral ties between the two rivals. The opinion seems to highlight the Chinese nervousness after the recent bashing at the hands of Indian forces in the Tawang region. This move can be seen as an endeavor to sever the relations of India with the US and indicate the formation of a prospective India, Russia and China alliance in contrast to the Western powers. The foreign minister's statement is in line with the Chinese nefarious design to give signals of peace while preparing for a war and isolate India in the geopolitical arena. However, the Chinese fails to understand that India has a great strategic partnership with the two Cold War rivals and none of them would fall in the trap of China. Russia have seemingly developed a close association with China in the recent times, but is equally aware of the expansionist tendency of the Chinese. The two nations have fought in the Sino-Soviet border conflict of 1969. The clash is supposedly the most serious border clash which brought the world's two former communist states to the brink of war, near Zhenbao Island near Manchuria. Despite the conflict ending in a ceasefire, the Chinese are still eyeing an opportunity to reclaim the Russian territory and are looking forward to capitalizing on the reducing might of Russia and its defenses. The intentions of the Chinese can be understood from the fact that the Russians were left alone to tackle the Western powers, despite the Chinese diplomatic channel supporting the invasion at first, but later abstained from outrightly supporting the Russians on the UN platforms. Consequently, the Russians, isolated on the global platforms, have received unconditional support from India. That is to say, the Chinese are not dependable partners and both Russia and India are aware of the foul play and imperialist motives of the Chinese. The Indian foreign policy is heavily reliant on Russia. Similarly, Russia views India as a trusted ally with a long history that has contributed significantly to growth of the two nations with active collaborations in the field of politics, security, trade, defense, science and technology, and cultural well-being. Conversely, the two nations have an active military technical cooperative sphere with ongoing production of flagship joint ventures projects such as the BrahMos missile system, 5th-generation fighter aircraft, Su-30 aircraft, and T-90 tanks, amongst other collaborations in the field of space and nuclear science. With India, Russia has a shared partnership and ties and gets the leverage of playing an equal partner in production and export of technology. On the other hand, with China, Russia had to play a second fiddle and only outsource technology. Thus, the significance of India-Russia ties cannot be equated with that of Russia and China. In addition, the alliance of India and Russia can never join hands with the imperialist force of China, which sees both the nations as historic enemies.